Welcome back to my channel. It's me, Nerra Hazel, aka your favorite chocolate pineapple. If you hear any construction, they're working on our rooms. And if I'm not energetic, just went through a negative spell. My negativity. Ugh. Also, I just shot 2 videos before that when I should have shot this one first because it's the quickest video, but nonsense. Um, yeah. So before we get into this video, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, turn on post notifications, all that good stuff, all of that, all that collective. Um, I changed the thumbnail for what it my tweets mean because I feel like my old thumbnail was very childish. So I changed the thumbnail. Hope you guys like that new thumbnail. Tell me what you think about the new thumbnail in the comments down below. Definitely tell me. But we're gonna get into it. This time I'm doing 2015 and 2016. I'm doing them in order to make sure I catch up to my 2021. So then next year I can do my 2022 in December. So 2015, 2016, the reason I'm putting them together is because I feel like I don't think I have that many for 2015. I think that's it. Baby, I told you once what I know. You got to let it go. Yeah, pray for me cause I might forget to. Yeah, walking up but I won't forget you. Yeah, these pieces to the puzzle ain't connected. Yeah, I told you once, but you ain't get the message. Yeah, now you ain't. 3 tweets from 2015. So we're gonna do 3 tweets from 2015, and then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 from 2016. The reason being is I could go through and I could choose all the tweets from 2015, 2016 if I wanted to, but I go through and I clean out my Twitter. Like, I delete tweets that don't relate to me, or I just feel like I don't need to see anymore, or I feel like we're very insensitive just to matters, or that I feel like can come back and bite me in the ass. So I delete tweets. I might have had more tweets from 2015, 2016, but if I feel like those weren't, they didn't need to be put in this video, then I need this video. Alright, so the first tweet says, never felt love, so I gave up, thought I had hope, but it was just a bluff. I know for a fact that I was hoping for something to happen. When I tweeted this, I was hoping for something to happen, and it didn't happen, and it was the cause of something, like I wanted something. I think it was like school-wise or something like that, and something along those lines. School, maybe something else. And my aunt was like, she felt like I shouldn't have it, or like that particular thing shouldn't go my way. And I was very hurt because it's like I had proven myself as to that reason why. It wasn't like a materialistic thing at all. So yeah, and it was like I was hopeful and I was hurt by it because she made it seem like it was gonna happen, and she didn't keep me updated on it until I asked her, and she was like, "Oh no," like she wasn't gonna update me at all on it. So that's why that tweet is there. But I know that also this tweet can relate to just getting your hopes up. I get my hopes up for a lot of stuff when I feel like a lot of the negativity that's in my life is passing, and I feel more positivity. You get your hopes up and stuff like that. And then things happen, and a lot of times, like, I could take a lot, and then it will be like a lot of little stuff in me. And I'm like, nope, still not gonna get into me. And then that big thing hits me, and it just makes me feel so down and so depressed. So I'm pretty sure that this can relate to that. This one says, last few nights I cried myself to sleep, thoughts happy, but it was just hope disappointing me again. It's a lot about hope. In 2015, I wasn't as happy as I should have been. Like, I was graduating high school and stuff like that. But how rude. I was very depressed, had a lot of anxiety due to the fact that I was graduating high school, and I'll talk more of this when I do like I'll do a video talking about school just in general. Um, but I gave up my dreams about going to college a long time ago, so it was very much pressure. Like, you need to go to college for this, and you need to sign up for this, and you need to do this, and my whole thing was like, how am I supposed to pay for all this? And like, I didn't have no motivation to go to college because I gave up on it. Um, so I know that I was very depressed during this time. So that's not. This tweet isn't surprising at all to me. Now getting into 2016 tweets. Very rude. Like every time I talk, they want to put on this machine. This says people laugh at a person suffering from depression and say that extra when it comes to suicidal those the same people to cry when that person is gone. I have experienced this. I have experienced this, and I know others have. Pertaining, like, I remember I had fell into a very deep depression, and all my family did was nag me and be like, oh, what you're going through is just an excuse, or you should be able to get through it, because I got through it, and stuff like that, and that didn't help me, it didn't help my depression, so I just kind of, like, held in my emotions, because every time I would express myself, I was told, like, it was an excuse or whatever. And then it was like one night I just had my first like really big emotional breakdown. I was very suicidal, and I told my aunt to stop talking to me, and I was like, you don't care, like you'll care when I'm gone, and all this stuff. And yeah, and that's when my mental issues started being taken seriously. The They just started taking seriously. Like, I went to therapy and stuff. Like, my last few years of high school, and I'm not saying like at this time because this is in 2016, I was in college, but I went to therapy like my last few years of high school, and I would have like emotional mental breakdowns in school. Like, I would just cry all day, like it wouldn't stop. I would just cry all fucking day. And I know now, like, it's cool to be depressed. It's not. It's nothing to play with. It's nothing that you want to wish upon yourself. It's nothing like that, because you can have 7 good days and then you'll just have that one bad day, and then you'll just keep having bad days until your mind, your emotions decide to bring you out of that. Depression isn't something that's curable. It's something that keeps coming back. You just have to keep working on yourself and knowing what your triggers are and things of that nature. And I know a lot of people that were suicidal, and like it wasn't taken seriously, especially like in POC households. It's not taken seriously, and it needs to be spoken more about. So that's definitely something I stand on. I see people like they be like, bro, I don't want to be here, and people like, bro, shut up, and then, you know, that person actually commits that act, and they'll be crying, and it's like that they warned you that they were hurting, and it was seen as a joke or it wasn't taken seriously. And I'm not saying that everybody understands to take it seriously. Some people don't. Some people can't fathom that thought of that happening just because they've never been around it, or they're not sensitive. They're just not intuitive to it because they're going through their own emotional. Next one says, I'm overprotected. No, I'm protective over the people I care about. Their problems are my problems too. To get to them, you have to go through me. Go through me. I don't give a fuck. I stand on this, but I don't stand on this. It's like I'm teeter-tottering. I think that's one of the reasons why people gravitate towards me and want to be my friend, because they know, like, when I have love for you, I protect you. I'm Mama Bear, you the cub. You feel me? Food. Anyways, but that also has been like one of my downfalls, is doing that for people who didn't deserve it and give my all, because that does become exhausting, continually protecting somebody when, especially somebody that causes drama and all types of stuff for themselves, but you're just that friend, you're just that homie that jumps in to have their back. And I'm not saying that's wrong, but you also need to have your own back, and you're putting that energy and stuff into that, and you come out of it drained, and that's not a good sign. You need to watch who you are protecting, because a lot of times they're not even worried about protecting you, they're worried about protecting themselves, but you're worried about protecting them. A, B, C, D, E. No. But there's a person you give your very parts of yourself to worry about you, appreciate you, love you, or pray for you. Big on, I pray for everybody. I pray for my loved ones. I pray for strangers. I pray for people that I'm falling out with, because I just don't wish bad on nobody. I wish good on everybody, because if you sitting there wishing bad on somebody, who is you praying to? Think about it, sweetheart. Think about it. You wishing bad on somebody. You sitting there, I wish that person fall downstairs. Who is you praying to? Who is you praying to? That no man, that woman. That's who you're praying to, sweetheart. So I pray for everybody. But I stand on this because you have to think about that. We give so much to so many people that don't deserve it. Does that person really care about you? Does that person really want to see you do well? Does that person really appreciate you and love you? And it's not saying that you have to be around that person 24/7 and stuff like that. Like, I know in my friendships, a lot of my friends, like, those are my sisters, but we don't talk every day. But when we do talk, we catch up. I know I can call them to have my back. They can call me. We try to elevate each other. We try to help each other become better. It's up to them if they take advice. It's up to me if I take the advice. You'll know when you have a genuine person. But be careful, because a lot of people can be very two-faced and seem like a genuine person and be a snake. Be careful. Listen to your gut. Listen to what your gut is telling you. Listen to what your heart is telling you. This says an irresponsible person, someone who knows they're at fault but still tries to put the blame on somebody else. That's the one right there. That's the one. What is that? So that's from my haul. I stand on this. I stand on this. Do not consider yourself a responsible, mature person if you can never admit your wrongs. You can never admit to your faults. Another thing is, pay attention to the signs. If I did something wrong, I'm not gonna say I'm sorry. I'm gonna say I apologize. I feel like I apologize has a very deeper meaning, and you're actually acknowledging I'm sorry. It's just like, okay, I'm sorry. Can you get over it? But fucking yes, I hold people accountable, and I'm gonna do it, baby. I'm gonna do it to the end of my days. I'm gonna hold you accountable for your actions, and a lot of people don't like that. And a lot of people will lie and manipulate and gaslight. It's not gonna happen over here, not anymore. I'm holding everybody accountable. Everybody. Hold people accountable. Make them, don't even make them, just hold them accountable. It's up to them to admit to their wrongs. If they don't want to, then it's up to you to forgive that person. But if they're not going to admit to the wrongs, they're probably going to do it again. And it'll be a waste of your time to forgive them. Just be honest. This one says, I'm all for helping others out, but sometimes others don't have good intentions when you're trying to lend out a helping hand. What's that when it says the crab in the barrel, like when you have, or crabs in the bucket, and one crab is trying to get out and the other crabs will pull it down? Be careful of that. Be careful of that, okay? You might lend out that, somebody might be over that cliff, and you might give them that helping hand, they might pull you down with them. Be careful. A lot of people will act like they're here for you and all that, and they have bad intentions. You hear about these people making it, and then, oh, that's my best friend, that's my brother, that's my sis, and they kill them as soon as they tell them no, because a lot of people don't want to work for it. They just want to be along for their journey. And then when you finally make it, you finally get there, they're like, oh, remember I did this, remember that, remember, listen to that shit too. That's a red flag. Remember I did this, remember that. Ain't nobody give me this shit. Ain't nobody did shit, okay? Remember that. Remember that. Pay very much attention to it. Those are the people with bad intentions, okay? This one says, it's funny how these people have made me cry no matter how many times they hurt me. I never want to see a tear fall from their eyes. I think, what? I know this comes from just my toxic household and the circumstances I was raised in. Um, I've kind of grown apart from this, but it's not saying like for me like the things I've gone through with like my parents or my mom. It's like I want to be able to make enough money to buy my aunts, my mom and stuff a house. But I'm not about to buy my mom a house and she have homeless and drug addicts and pimps and shit in there. I'm not buying you a house and you doing all that. You doing drugs and shit in there, you know? Um, so very much know your limits, know where you draw the line. This one says, I swear I'm nice. I'm just sharing myself out with two people who made me frown. Yeah, I swear I'm nice, guys. It just is. I swear I'm nice. I promise. I am nice. It's just, a lot of people think I'm mean when they first see me because my me mug, I guess. Um, but I'm nice. I'm just very cautious of who I bring around me now, whose energy is around me, just because I've had so many people with bad intentions just come and drain me of my energy, and it's left me broken, it's left me defeated, and I'm tired of that feeling. I'm very, very much tired, exhausted of that feeling. This one says, beauty isn't about the way you look, it's about the way you carry yourself in the world that's so hell built on destroying you. I know that we have these European beauty standards or these social media beauty standards, and I feel so sorry. Even sometimes I catch myself, but especially these little girls who are so impressionable, who look at this and they're like, okay, I have to change this and this and this and this and this about myself because she doesn't have this and this and this and this and this. So if I want to consider beauty, I got to get rid of this. You are perfect the way you are. You are beautiful. You are amazing. Keep believing in you. I don't think anybody truly knows real love until they learn to love themselves. And I'm on the road to learning myself and learning myself, loving myself, and I love how far I've came. And it's not saying that all insecurities disappear, but understand that what makes you you is what also makes you unique. The only similar people you gonna find is twins, triplets, and that. Even sometimes they different, they got distinguishes. Be you, and you will thank yourself later for that because you'll stand out. You know, don't try to be like nobody else. Don't try to be part of that collective mind. Stand out, be unique, be outspoken, be unapologetically, can't say it, but unapologetically you, okay? This says this world don't love you like you think, but this world would be incomplete without you. That's just a food for thought right there, baby. A food for thought. First of all, let's just we can get into the whole thing. Um, School systems are a business. It's not about education. It's about money. We can use COVID as example. Everybody went to college. Everybody was excited about college. College was making it seem they was thankful for you be on the campus and all this blah 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 blah. As soon as COVID hit, they sent people home. Did they give people back their tuition money? Half of them schools did not. They was like, nah, y'all gonna have to pay again to redo this and redo that. Half of this shit, this systematic shit, can't function without you. But it's gonna treat you like shit, even though it needs you. Even though you're a necessity, it's gonna treat you like shit. Okay? It's gonna treat you like shit a cat kicks up in his fucking litter box. That's how it's gonna treat you. This says, when I love hard, I don't. My throat is dry. I need to drink something. When I love hard. I don't go into nothing 50, so I was 100%. That's why I end up heartbroken. Okay. I used to say that love was 50-50, and it wasn't until I was on a live. This is back when, like, You Now was popular, and it would be, like, Bree Chief, and she had her boy best friend, it was Fred the Great, and he was on a live, and he was talking about love, love, love. And I was like, love is 50-50. He was like, no, it's not. He was like, wouldn't you want somebody to give them their all to you? Or, wouldn't you want somebody to give their all to you instead of giving half of themselves to you? I was like, that makes sense. That makes sense. So, very much, I think that was the inspiration for it, and I understand because I feel like I wasn't going in nothing to have with it. I was giving my all. Any successes with whether it be friendship or romantic, anything I try to do, I try to give it my 100, unless I'm just exhausted at that time, like with YouTube. But yeah, and I feel like I don't get a lot of times it's not reciprocated, so I feel like that's why I end up hurt or I end up disappointed or I end up defeated, and that has nothing. It, like I said, doesn't always have to be romantic. It could be friendship wise. It could be job related and stuff like that. And sometimes I have to learn. I'm learning that now. You kind of have to step back, and it's not necessarily like because that thing, whatever it is, friendship, job, romantic, whatever it is, school, whatever it is, isn't giving you the 100. It's they absolutely just can't give you that energy that you want, that 100%. So you have to step back and you have to evaluate what do you actually need to give and what don't you need to give. It is all just a lesson in itself of setting your boundaries, knowing what to give and knowing what to take back, and knowing what to be cautious about and protective over. Yeah, so that's the end of this video. I hope you like it. Leave comments down below, turn post notifications, share, subscribe. Oh shit, I'm tired. But yeah, I hope you guys like it. I hope you like it. Yeah, bye.
Ah, funny shit. We forgot.
That was a perfect picture too. That's some bullshit.